Hello, this is Away from Voivod, and you're listening to Heavy Demons.
So, dear Away, what can Voivod fans expect from this dystopian marriage with the Quebec Symphony Orchestra?
I think they can expect it to sound a bit like a soundtrack for a science fiction movie, and that I think that's the closest we've got to sounding like a soundtrack for a dystopian sci-fi movie. I think people will be pleasantly surprised.
What did it mean for you to transpose Voivod's music into a symphonic key, and how did you work on the arrangements?
Well. Um, um, Chewy, our guitar player, is the one that worked really very closely with the Hugo Bégin, which is the arranger for the symphonic show, and he supplied Hugo with charts of the songs, so Hugo had a good start. I was more involved in the visuals behind the band and the orchestra. We had something in mind that were we really wanted the music to sound like the early cyberpunk movies like Mad Max, Blade Runner, and I was also telling Hugo, the arranger, that I was hearing parts like the old movies, Planet of the Apes, kind of like avant-garde music in a way. And he really understood what we were looking for. As soon as we got the first demos from him, it immediately sounded like a sci-fi movie to my ears.
How did the orchestra musicians react when faced with the sonic assault of your music?
I think they really enjoyed it. I think the best part for them was the reaction of the crowd between the songs, and they usually hear people clapping, but for us, it was a roar. The crowd was like cheering really, really, really loud. We got a couple of standing ovations, and the funny part was the girl who's conducting the orchestra, Dina Gilbert, at one point, the crowd was yelling, Dina, Dina. It was pretty funny.
Yes, not used to such reactions.
No, but they really, really loved it.
What was it like to record the album in terms of production? I imagine was no easy the task of mixing too.
Yeah, thankfully, I was playing drums in a fiberglass
Okay.
cage, and we didn't have monitors. We had in-ears, so it was not that noisy on our end. The I think the difficult part was mixing the orchestra. Every instrument had his own microphone, so at first it sounded like a bit of a mess. But Francis Perron, who's been doing our albums for the past 10 years or so, maybe more, he did a very good job at cleaning everything. And you can really hear every instrument. And it actually sounds a lot better than I was expecting.
Tell us a bit about your usual incredible visual work and what the physical edition of the record will look like.
Um, I worked a lot on the cover of the album. Like it's very colorful. I made like a very nice dystopian scenery with the Voivod character playing some kind of cybernetic organ. I made the pipes of the organ into nuclear missiles, and I really wanted the vinyl in particular to be striking in the record shop, and I got the copies recently, and it looks really really good.
What are your thoughts on the Voivod the Nuclear Warrior video game? Did it manage to capture the band's imagery and universe?
Oh yeah, definitely. And I've been doing some digital art since the mid 80s, so I'm very familiar with the evolution of digital art. And I think that um, Nicolas from Chaos Monger Studio really captured the end of 80s, early 90s type of video games. And of course, it's pretty fun to turn the Voivod music into 16-bit music for like old school video game music for the release of this game. Um, um, it's really progressing very well, and I'm not sure when it's gonna come out. Maybe early next year.
Yeah, there is the page with the funding and so on that they put on a while ago. And
Yeah, it's fun because everybody in the band is really involved. I was part of the graphics, and Snake will do the main character voice. Chewie was really involved with the music again, and Rocky is testing the game right now.
okay. Well, going back to the past, what are your most cherished memories of the legendary Dennis Piggy Damour?
Oh my God, it goes. I think I would, to be honest, I had so many fond memories with Piggy, playing with Rush, doing the Ozfest with Jason Newsted in 2003. But I think my fondest memory is the first jam we had together in 1980. Um, and at the high school I was going to, and we only knew some AC/DC songs, and we improvised, and and that's where we realized that both our styles really clicked. And it was the beginning of a great adventure, which unfortunately was cut short in 2005.
Which bands do you love most that no one will ever expect you to love?
Oh, that's a tough one. Um, Maybe Journey.
Okay.
I, I put a lot of Journey into the tour bus or the van, and everybody always love it.
Yeah, as the moniker says, it's perfect for the journey itself.
Yes, yeah.
So melodic rock, I mean.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of from way back from when I was a teenager.
Mm.
From big fan of Boston, Journey, Styx, Kansas,
Foreigner, yeah.
all the FM rock radio. I really love.
What can we expect from your forthcoming summer dates in Italy?
We refresh the set list a lot, and so there'll be some songs we haven't played in decades, which is great. And yeah, people, we have a couple of surprises in the can for the tour this summer. There are a lot of dates, so we wanted to make sure that we ourselves wouldn't get bored with the stuff we played too many times. And also, we've been touring a lot these last few years, and we want the people coming to see us to have a fresh set list as well.
Let's hope one day to have a local orchestra that could be
Oh,
involved.
yeah, early next year, we're gonna be playing with the Saguenay-Lac-Saint-Jean Symphony Orchestra. It's where we Voivod formed in 1983, and so it's gonna be very exciting to play in front of families and friends. And we're getting offers to take it around the world. So with local orchestras, so hopefully it's gonna happen someday.
What final greeting and message would you send to your Italian fans? And do you have any particular memories tied to Italy, maybe?
Yes, in the mid 80s, we as a trio, um, Italy was the place where we were the most popular, and there were so many people at the venues, and I always had a lot of respect for Italy, and also my favorite band is Van der Graaf Generator, and they were at Italy was the place where they were the most popular, and I always I always had fond memories of all the shows we played in Italy because they really love it, love Voivod there, and now and it's always exciting to play the Frantic Fest and Rome and everywhere. So we're really looking forward to it.